890 or something like that. But I think I might get my antennas, obviously. One of these, and the second thing will be an amplifier. Yeah, Roger. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep the other amp. The one you sent me back, I think take it out of the box and just send it back. So, I don't know, maybe at some point. It might offload that, I don't know, but we'll see. I kind of hate having things laying around in boxes. There's a lot of things taking up their boxes. They just taking up space, you know. So, but anyhow, that'll be great. Yeah, but you definitely sound like you have your priorities. You have the priorities all straight. I like that rig you're on though. Now it sure sounds good. And yeah, part of the reason I'm still probably I'm trying to hang in there. Get with that rig that I ordered, or maybe even something else, is that this one clearly has some weird issues, little issues, and it's anything, it's getting older. So it'd be nice to have a good backup rig. This would consider still a fairly decent backup rig to have. This is K9R. Yeah, I agree. No, that's clearly what it would be. Yeah, a transformer makes a huge difference. Yeah, it really made a difference like with this amp I'm on now. Yeah, I saw one of those amps you're on now. I saw one of those for sale. But it was pickup only. So a lot of those amps are pickup only. People don't like to ship them. Man, I couldn't imagine why. Yeah, if you have to ship it, say, from the East Coast to California, and you have it insured, UPS, everything, it probably costs $200 to ship or something. I think so, yeah. I think that's probably a good guess. I might even be more, but yeah, it's pretty expensive to ship something like that. This thing is, I forgot what the weight is without the transformer. I think the transformer itself is almost darn close to, it's over 50, it's like close to 70 pounds. I think the whole amp itself is right around 70 pounds. So that is where all that weight comes from. Roger that. Yeah, when I had that K3S for a while, that's how many rigs what I had. I just did the K3S with the K3 painted after it. It was in 2 boxes, and the guy I sold it to was in California. I think it cost me like $175 to ship that, and that wasn't that heavy. Okay. Of course, that was a while ago, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, I lose track of time, probably. Time is an illusion, anyway. I think it was a couple months ago. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably not changed too much in the last few months. With gas prices and all that, with inflation, everything's, shipping, everything's being affected. Everything's going up quite a bit. Yeah, we almost went on strike, so they got more money for it. I think they were the part-time guys. Yeah, Roger, I knew they were on strike, but I didn't get the detail of what it was going on there, but yeah, I'm not sure it was okay for someone. Yeah, one thing I didn't think is that we wanted air conditioning in the truck, and I don't think we got that. Okay, yeah, Roger, hang on just a second. Just a few weeks, I'm standing by. Yes. my son was asking a question there, so.
This is a breaker. Kilo, something to it?
Kilo India, do you hear him, Chuck? Yeah, I got about the same as you, though. I wasn't too strong. That's all I heard. It was, he kind of like faded out here.
Try it again at Kilo India. Kilo India 8, one last. Kilo India 8 Delta, got you that time here by 5-7. This is Frank in Virginia. Whiskey Alpha 3 Radio Sugar Lima with Chuck K9 Radio Mike. Did you hear that time, Chuck?
Yeah, I got probably the same copy as you do on him. If you repeated it, last time I got it there, Kilo India 8 Delta. And maybe it's too close into me. See, he's in Ohio, I think, so I'm in Indiana. But yeah, I got him. My estimator is showing, I think it was peaking at 8 or so. Noise level's not bad right now. I'm surprised it's down to this time of year. Usually a lot of static rest. It's only maybe that's 3 or 4. Anyhow, I do copy. I think I copy you there. My name's Chuck. I'm just south of Indianapolis here. Here is K9 Radio, or it's K9RM, K9 Radio Mike.
All right, Chuck, very good, Jim. I don't think I had it steady quickly. A little bit better now?
I do. If that's you, the same station, it's like a night and day difference. Yeah, I copy you fine, over.
Okay, yeah, that was my mistake. I went into remote and I got it setting not quite tonight. So, anyway, I'm in Ohio. Cleveland area, named Mary Shannon, I'm dealt with. And actually, just jumping in with me anyway. I was wondering, I picked up a new antenna, I guess, to deal with.
Well, it's weird because your signal has been continually going up. So it's working in your favor. Yeah, your antennas work great. As you were talking, you started out below an S9 a little bit, and then you're up to a good 10 over, maybe even better a little bit. That was sounding good. No problem here, and no problem on the copy. So the antenna, whatever it is, it's working fine. And Frankie, I don't know if he was beat up with you or not, but kind of what I saw here, WA3RSL and the group K9RM.
Oh, yeah, I got asking up to an S9 and actually a couple of DDOs. Sound like he put on the amplifier. What's your antenna there? It's the ZS6 BKW. That's a modified G5RV. Okay, got it. It's working good. How well are you hearing me? I'm hearing you S9 and the other gentleman a little bit stronger, but both you guys real nice signals and good audio. Roger, are you running 7300? Yes, I am. But the audio is being done through an iPhone because I'm running remote over. Yeah, I can kind of tell you're getting some different there. Did you say you're on a boat? No. It's a remote control. Oh, a remote control boat. Understood. So are you in a different location than what's on the QRZ.com? No, I'm not. I'm just sitting up in my living room in the shack that's in the basement. Sometimes I just turn the radio on to, I don't know what happens. And give it a go. All right, you're doing good. You came up to 10 over. How high up is your antenna? Peak point's at about 45 feet. The two ends come down as an inverted V at about 10 feet. Ladder line for 39 feet. It's actually, like a tune much, but if you also look at the weather, there's not a huge amount of big thunderstorms. So I think there's something in middle of the country, maybe Nebraska, but I don't notice. You may mention that. We switch over to the west. I'm curious to get a lot more static crashes out that way. Anyway, Ed, you sounded great. Thanks for listening and saying hello. I'll turn it back to Chuck. I think I live in it, by the way, in a sort of a temporary semi. What is supposed to be this temporary location? And my antenna's up in the woods here at the side there, close to 60 feet, and there's a reflector underneath of it. It's sort of like the two-element wire beam beating straight up. I'm just getting off very over here at this location due to carrier restriction, I guess you'd say. But anyway, and I'm running a 7300, very new 7300. Let's see what day is that. No, we got it. This is just several days ago. Thank you, Chuck. K9RM and K8D, WA3RSL.
Yeah, okay, Frank. Yeah, WA3RSL and the group K9RM. Your audio is still great, and the signal is still great. 20, sometimes a couple times you hit over, almost 25 over. And the best signal I saw on you had was about a peak up about 15 over here. I'm on an old ICOM 7800 here, and I do have an amp on here, or a little, I guess it may be facetious, but anyway, AL82, excuse me, I have AL88, we're just talking about, but anyway, AL82 here, and looks like about, maybe not this analog output from, if I talk loud enough, it's almost up there to 1500 watts, but average probably about 1300, I guess, output here. And the antenna is a 3-element wire Yagi that's about 50 feet high, and it's beaming kind of east northeast. So you're pretty much probably close to being on the direct path. I mean, you are pretty close in. So I see it's not as effective when you're that close in like that. And of course, Frank's corner was off the corner, kind of on the corner of my beam lobe here. Yeah, as far as the static crashes go, not bad. I've got a couple of them here now and then on this antenna, but noise level, I think an S3, maybe S4 with a top here and there, maybe up to a 7, but yeah, it's down the west. When you were telling me, hey, why don't you have noise on the west? I do get as you were talking, I was hearing a lot of static crashes, pretty, not solid, but it was a lot of them. We're at about an S9 right now, though, so it's almost to an S9 noise level with some little breaks in between, a lot of this continual crashes. Last night, or maybe I should say this morning when I got on at 3 in the morning, it was really brutal. Noise level was running 10 over. It was just not like a solid 10 over, but every time, after a crash, my AGC was trying to settle. Of course, another crash would come in. So it was rarely ever getting down to an S9. It was now and then I could hear in between crashes down maybe below a 9. But boy, it was tough. And then sort of gradually faded as we were on the 10 to about an hour or two. It's weird. It just sort of faded down on my noise level. I think these crashes were like an S7 or so. Later on, but anyway, yeah, there must be. I didn't look at the lightning map, and I think there's probably almost always this time of year. I don't even have to look at the map. There's just always storms almost every night. Somewhere out west of me, maybe in Missouri or maybe in Kansas or maybe even Colorado or something. But anyway, I'm looking at it. Just pulled up a lightning map, so there's a lot of dots all over the place. It looks like quite a cluster in the middle of Missouri, and then a whole bunch out further, I guess, into Colorado, and Nebraska. And also, those are kind of really bad locations where I'm at. It's where I really pick up the static well off on the west antenna. Anyhow, let's see what else. Yeah, it's interesting. You're running the remote on your iPhone. That's really cool. And yeah, it sounds, whatever you change on the setting, it certainly made a difference. It's really sounding clear, much better. Something with the audio, or like it was even some sort of feedback or something on the audio, and it was fading. You kind of faded when you broke in. I heard the beginning of it call. It was just like it's like you went from maybe whatever 100 watts to maybe 1 watt or something there. I mean, I could kind of tell you were yours. It sounded like you just cut out completely, but it was really dropping. But now your signal's solid and they're really good. Well, anyhow, let's see what else. Not much else here interesting. We got on here. Frank and I have been friends talking VMQ for quite a few years, and I thought it was an interesting point here tonight that we had. I think maybe one of our first QSOs we had was right on this frequency. I told him on August 2nd, it was 1977, so I had told him, I was looking through my logbooks, go back, I don't know, two, three, whatever, maybe, what was it, maybe 3 months ago, Frank, I don't know, and I came across QSO we had, it was like August 2nd, 1977 on this frequency, so I just thought it would be appropriate we got on here, and it was like 46 years later. Anyhow, that's what I was going on back over to you there. I'm trying to see if my logbook or my log back up. If I call it KI8D, this is in the group K9R. I'm not going to hold it though. You guys carry on from a long time ago, you know. And just want you to know that you both sound great. Jeff, you were almost 30 over great times. And I'm real with the new W300. I know you'll enjoy this. I've enjoyed mine all along too. So thank you for giving me a report. Sounds good. I think maybe we'll see y'all later. You guys have a great Okay, KI8D signing out there to K9R W3RSL. All right, 100% good, great signal. Glad to meet you here on the 40 meter band. And your station sounded great. I might look into that myself. And I got an Android phone, and I don't know why I look into it. I probably just walk around the yard or something. But if I get this sort of remote where I'm driving down the road, that's cool. Remote mobile. I guess it might work. Anyway, have a good night there. And Chuck, I had a question. Did you pick the 7230 because you looked it up in the log first? Yeah, I looked on the log on that. I had a picture, and rather than digging my logbook out, taking the logger that way, I just looked on a picture I sent you. I remember I sent you a picture, a screenshot. And so yeah, I see that it looked like it was on 7230. I mean, when we got on the air tonight, you found a clear frequency, but did you find this frequency based on your logbook? Well, yeah, it was based on my logbook, and then it was clear. So it was kind of the both. I had to find a clear frequency, but it was. I just checked to see if this one was clear. I was I get the way down the band, and lo and behold, it's clear. So that's why I thought I'd try it. Oh, cool. What kind of notes did you put there? Like, did you put down what you were running, or what I was running, or anything like that? No, I usually would sporadic. Sometimes if I talk to somebody the first time, I would. So I might have worked you a couple times, but I just didn't put any other info. I just put in the frequency and our signal reports because that was a point of interest at that point in time. As you remembered, I think you might remember that contact because you might remember the QSO, and that was a point of interest was the doing the signal measurements with each other. So nothing much else. That's just your name, location. I always put that in with everybody. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember 1977. What kind of rig did I have? Did I have an amp? I guess I must have. What was my antenna? But my logbooks aren't with me here. There's a storage place, which I'm going to get it on there someday. Anyway, so this is 1977. I was a TS820, maybe, or what did I have before that? An FTDX 400,
or SB 101 or something. I don't know. I'll have to look that up sometime. So, yeah, I'll make sure I put this in my little handwritten notebook. I have one notebook I have here that I log stuff in. Of course, I don't have any online stuff. I did, but I didn't have the stuff in that too well. But that's pretty cool. August 2nd, anniversary.
Yeah, well, it would have been, what was GMT time, so it would have been, I guess, technically last night, 0200 UTC, so technically last night, I guess, we kind of missed it by a day, but anyhow, no, I do remember, I don't have to have it written, but I remember, clearly remember your antenna system to the west, and I think I remember even your, might have been, you had one going northwest towards me, you built one, I think it was you had like 5 elements, but you have that, you have this stacked or stacked into end, those 11 elements, and you could kind of switch one in and out or something, and so the only thing I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure you were running like a 5 element towards me, and when we were having that conversation, but you were able to, when you were running those 2 11 element antennas, you still had a strong signal on just one, but I remember, it was definitely better than when you had both of them running in there, but you were determined to bust my S meter, I guess, so I think you would build another antenna sort of facing it, so I think you had like your 5 elements or something going towards me, but anyhow, vaguely remember that you had something else. I'm trying to remember what else. It was weird because I don't think you had anything favoring Europe, and it wasn't much point or something because you had to work crossband to work them. So everything you had was sort of going, beaming north or beaming west or something like that.
Yeah, I think at that point I had a 5 element going southwest. I had the 2 11 elements going west, and I actually put a kind of a swooping wire beam in the woods behind the house towards the northwest. I don't remember how that thing was working. And I think you're right, I did an old crossfader thing back then. Also, I bought the first brand new car I ever bought was a 1978 280Z, but it was December of 1978. So I think the car I was driving was some sort of piece of junk at 1977. Anyway, but the read on the amp could have been a Detron, like the 160L. It was 160L and 4 572Bs. I had 811s, I changed to the 572Bs. And the rig, I'm not sure about the rig. Let me think here. I got an 820, and I don't remember. I think when I got the 820, it was before, so I had something, could have been an FTA 101. I mean, an FTA 101 or 901 or 902 DM with the, and the Detron amp. That's the theory back then. I'm possibly looking at it, I don't know what I have there. I'm still curious what that was. Anyway, cool. K9R and the UA3R stuff. That's kind of funny. You suggested I might have a 902 or 901 DM right now.
Yeah, Roger. Well, you must have been also running an amp of some sort then too, I think, but anyhow, I don't remember the radio, but it kind of vaguely, maybe it was, I think a 820, just for some reason, it sounds like that's probably what it was, but in my case, it was actually free. I don't know if you remember, you probably do, but I had like these 2 delta loops that were switchable, but they didn't really come on. I didn't build that until like, it was, I think, the 19, or the later that year, or I might be off, or it was the following year, but I remember, I was just playing around experimenting with this, it was like a weird, like a, what do they call it? It's basically a bunch of dipoles, not even really quite what you call a fan dipole, because like a fan dipole, you had like parallel wires, you know, you have to do on the space a certain way and all that, but And I actually I didn't know what I was doing as much, and I kept adding the dipoles that were just slightly, like a few inches longer than some of the other, adding, trying to make it thinking I was going to make a broadband antenna that way or something, but I really didn't know what I was doing, so I had a whole bunch of these wires coming off these the two connectors, the two connections for the antenna. I think I was running twin lead, so I had a whole bunch of these. I don't know, I probably had essentially like maybe 6 dipole, 40 meter. There's, it's all spanned around it like spokes on a wheel, So I was trying to get that up as high as I could higher. So it really worked well. It's doing well with that. And my great addition at that point in time was I remember at some point, I think around maybe early summer, late spring, early summer, or early summer, and that year, that's when I finally got some extra power there. I got that SB200 my brother gave to me. So I know I was running a little power, I explained in those reports, but I don't remember what you had him for the amplifier, but it was really I had to make a note of it because it was quite an accomplishment. That 520, I had to do this 520, and that estimator only went up to the scale. It's kind of weird, it only went up to plus 40, and the really super strong signal that was here was, 10 or 20 over, and it was rare to ever see it hit 30. And I remember that QSO you had it up there, that was almost to the top. So that's why I made note of it. I think that was the only time it happened. Probably it was the only did that for that at least that whole year. And so it was a notable event there. But other than that, I don't recall all the details, but what you were running. But I'm sure I don't know how much power you had. We had to have the viewing 3 hours out there. That's why I was pushing as far as I could go back in those days. I'm pushing that. You still have that fancy year constantly? Oh, no, I don't know. I thought you knew that story. That's long gone. It hit the dust with a really, really peculiar way, but it got literally toasted. It was after I moved to this QTH. I think it was back in 2002 when it died. I was on a Saturday out and about doing some shopping. We had a big thunderstorm coming through, and I had that radio. There was no antennas connected, but it was just plugged in. It was plugged into the AC outlet, and lo and behold, when I get home, I can't open the garage door opener didn't work. It was the first indicator something was wrong. And one side of my whole south side of my house, south end, that whatever circuit was there, the electric, the AC wires going through the house, it must have been conducting a lot of lightning. I had like a direct hit, I guess. That's the one was going through. Apparently had a direct lightning hit, and it took out a couple of computers I had up there in my Radio Shack, and some speakers for the computer, and then the little, that little cubicle kind of little cubicle power supply you plug in the wall. That got one of them got melted. It literally melted. And you could just see the insides of that power supply. One of the things were fried, and I discovered when I turned on the 520, it had a really odd, or like an AC buzz. When you first turn on, this buzzing, and all the lights are dim, and it was flickering. The flicker was like a 60-cycle flicker, but it started to smell like smoke. I just turned it off quick. It was pretty well fried. I could smell something too. It was burned, so I took the screws off the top of it, looked in there. Man, as soon as I took the cover off, I could just smell all this burnt wire smell. And it didn't take me long just by going through this observation with my eyeballs from scanning around inside. There's black things here and there, wires liquid from it actually gets in, even burnt in half. So it was a mess. And I actually, so I took it, I got a hold of some place in Florida, a repair shop. I sent it down to them, and then I didn't hear anything. And lo and behold, I found out, I can't remember now how I found out, maybe it was on a greeting voicemail or something, but a few months later, that place got destroyed. The place was destroyed by a flood. So that was that. I never saw the rig again there, Frank. That was pretty much it.
So you never saw the rig again, but they didn't contact you at all?
That's right, yep.
Okay. That's too bad. Anyway, I have a proposal. The day I get my own place that has the wire being aimed at you as an amplifier, I'm not sure what rig I have, but you'll have to find a mint condition 520 and buy it so that I can do the single again.
Well, I have a 520S for skill. I have a TS520S right now, which is pretty close.
Okay. So there you go. That'll be a fun thing to try. Okay, Chuck, my goodness, the 35 isn't there yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is the same sensitivity or whatever. I had it on when this rig when the driver went out on it. I used that 520 as a backup, the 520S, and it seemed like the meter was getting up there. I mean, I had a lot of stations that were getting up there to 30, whatever. So I don't know if the antenna, maybe the antennas, better antennas here or something make a difference, but I'm not sure if it was calibrated. This is calibrated the same way or not, but they got the same scale on it, though, same meter and all that. So, but anyhow, yeah, that's what I've been using as kind of a backup rig for now. But I had a guy gets on our net there pretty periodic, pretty regular DX station actually down in Panama. That he had some interest in it, and I guess taking it off my hands, but really, I don't know, he hasn't mentioned it. I haven't heard from him in a little while now. That was back probably in February, March time frame. He was talking about sending me an email work or something else, but I don't know. But anyway, at this point, I still have the original, the external VFO that I actually was using with the 520 that I had. My original 520, I still have this external VFO, and of all the equipment I have, I think that's about the only thing I've had from way back, in the late 70s. I think I got this external VFO around the 1976 time frame, so that's still a piece of equipment I still have from way back then.
Roger. I just won't be able to duplicate that right now, I'm thinking, because I won't be at the same location. But also, you were on the two-element delta loop. How would you think the delta loop, two-element delta loop, if you added up at the same height at the location you're at now? I guess that's not my fault. How do you think that would be working compared to your three-element quantity?
Yeah, I don't think it would work quite as well, but, I do have a two-element quad up here, but it's being in southeast, so it's a little bit lower than the delta loops were, so it's kind of still a little bit similar, it's a diamond loops, so they're basically, for the most part, are horizontally polarized. But I don't know, I think the three elements would do maybe a little better. It's just hard to say, because there's something weird about that location I was at. I mean, they were up there, that's one of the things with the height, they were definitely up there, they're about 70 feet, and I can't do 70 feet here. I got 60 feet is lucky, about it for me, so they were, that makes a little difference, obviously, having the height. Even with those delta loops, which basically doesn't matter as much fully, having them as high, but that was really amazing. They did work well, better than I expected. Although, at the time when we had that QSO, that was pre-delta loop time, as I was telling you. With that QSO we had back then, I was just using that weird dipole. I had a whole bunch of legs connected to it. So that's all I was using was just that, basically dipole, and it had that amplifier I just got. So that was all we were running here. So you doing all the work with those wire beams.
Okay, yeah, I got kind of my wires crossed there, so to speak. I thought you were just describing the dipole, but you also did have the jump loop, I guess you did. Wow, so you would have the jump loop, so you would have been on like burn your S-meter up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I can't remember when I put the delta loops up, but I'm thinking I know it was sometime. It was either later that year or was the very following year. I'm pretty sure it was later that year because I was still. It wasn't amazing. I was still in high school at that time. I graduated that following year in '78 there. So I do remember any chance I had, I'd come home and was tinkering around with those loops and tuning them and stuff. And I do remember literally taking a lunch break from school. I was because the antennas were fairly new, and I was really heavy into it. You know, really tuning the feed lines and everything. So I would any break I had, I would be playing around with that. So anyhow, so I think it was like in the fall, maybe October there of '77. I finally changed the antennas out. It would have been nice to have both. You have a dipole to compare, but I didn't have that kind of space. So I had to have one or the other up there because they were taking that little postage stamp property we were on. But it was pretty. If you remember, you actually, I think, seen my QTH there. So there was a lot of really tall pine trees, except right where the house sat itself. So the house was the only real clear where the house was. So I had that antenna strung between the trees right above the house there. And so it would have been maybe a little difference. Might have made a difference there, I'm sure. It seemed to definitely improve things out, even in Maryland. Your way, you're east, kind of southeast, but that antenna, really, those things, it had a really broad beam width, and so it would have. I think I'm sure we had QSOs when I had those up. So I don't remember at that time. It probably would have been. There was some reports, maybe even higher. I don't remember, but kind of interesting to think about that. I don't recall you ever really. Maybe pegging the meter, but probably did. I don't recall. But that particular QSO, for some reason, we do. I think you remembered it. Anyhow, so the other thing you were mentioned, so yeah, you were doing all the heavy lifting there at that time. W83RSL, K9R. W83RSL. Yeah, Roger on everything there. The delta loops that you have right now, are they the same as far as, I think the ones you had in Michigan? You had like landlines, one each one, and then when you would switch, one would be longer or something like that? No, actually I didn't make anything. It just basically switched between them. They were both the same size. They were mirror images of each other. So it was just the fact that the line of the it was still connected, so it naturally automatically kind of made it like a tuning stub. So it sort of made it longer. And so yeah, that's all it was. But it was kind of a high Q. It's fairly narrow banded, but within, I'd say, like 100 to 150 kilohertz is where it really had I could get, sometimes a 50 dB of front to back. And then I go all the way maybe to one end of the band or the other, is the directivity dropped quite a bit. But right there at the sweet spot, right within 100 to 150 kilocycle, it was pretty amazing. But unfortunately, with the twin lead, whenever they got wet, when it rained or something, it messed it all up. So I didn't understand that at the time. I didn't really know what was going on. It's raining, and why is it messing it up? But anyway, that's what happens when you use the balanced fly. It really does detune it. So anyhow, I think now, if I would have known back then, I probably could have used coax. I probably could have used coax, with the balun on it would have probably maybe had the same